Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So Meghan Markle is in hot water again, and this is due to her court case that will now be getting streamed live to the public. Now unfortunately I will not be checking in to see the court case because I actually missed the deadline to watch it. The deadline was the 15th of January, which was yesterday, and I just missed it. Otherwise I would have definitely logged in and registered to watch it. So the court case is going to be streamed live, and this is her case against the Associated British newspaper publication, the Daily Mail. Meghan Markle, of course, wants to have a summary judgment so that a decision is concluded with just the paperwork that they have to date. If her request for a summary judgment is rejected, then of course she will have a face-to-face with her father in court, her estranged father who she cut off nearly 3 years ago now. This article was by The Express, and I'm just going to read a few details to give you guys a heads up on what exactly is going to happen. Meghan Markle's court case against the publishers of the Daily Mail will be open to the public next week, with people allowed to request access to the court's live stream. Meghan has taken legal action against the Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Mail on Sunday, Daily Mail and Mail Online, after it published a series of articles containing excerpts of a letter she sent to her father, Thomas Markle. The Duchess is seeking damages for alleged misuse of private information, breaching the Data Protection Act, and infringing copyright, and her case is due to be heard at the High Court in London on Tuesday, January 19th. So this is going to be happening within the next 3 days. Meghan's legal team have applied for a summary judgment, which will be discussed next week. If this is approved, it would negate the need for a full trial, as the judge would make his decision based on the papers filed. The hearing will take place virtually due to pandemic restrictions. The presiding judge, Justice Warby, has ruled the public will be able to log on to the virtual hearing at the Chancery Division of the Royal Courts of Justice. This is because without pandemic restrictions, courts are open to members of the public who are permitted to sit and watch the proceedings from the public gallery, which is termed open justice. In order to ensure this continues, the court has said members of the public can apply to watch the virtual proceedings. Mr. Justice Warby said, "I have no doubt that the summary judgment application will be of considerable interest. It is more than merely procedural. Moreover, the issues on that application are of legal interest as well of general interest to members of the public. But those interested in tuning in must have applied before the deadline of 4 p.m. on Friday, January 15th, which has now passed. Applicants had to provide their names, mobile numbers, and email addresses, and agree to adhere to strict English contempt of court laws, which forbid any recording or sharing of images of the proceedings." Media law expert Professor Paul Ragg said allowing the public rather than just normal journalists to tune in is a good move. He says so far these proceedings have been played out largely in the media. But not only them have held every minor procedural determination in their favour as an epic victory. Consequently, public perception is vastly skewed. If the judge rules in favour of a summary judgment, it would spare Meghan and her father from facing each other in court and giving testimony. However, if the hearing goes against the Duchess, the case will take place as scheduled later this year. The hearing starts at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, but those given access to the virtual court are required to log in by 9:30. So there you have it. I think they will probably only allow a handful of people to get in there and watch the live stream. Whether Meghan Markle will actually be on the live stream along with Harry is questionable. I'm not sure if she will make an appearance. I get the sense that she just wants this to go away, even though she's going ahead with suing the Associated Newspapers and the press. It seems as though she's sick and tired of the situation herself, and she definitely does not want to have to face her father in the stand or via a Zoom call. It would also be extremely embarrassing for the rest of the royal firm. Everything that Meghan and Harry have done has been extremely unnecessary, including this court case. They could have left it alone and moved on with their lives, but they've chosen to indirectly humiliate themselves and the rest of the royal firm, who seem to be quite happy with their poor behaviour, because we now know that they are not due for another Megxit review until 2022 in March. So they're happy with the way they have conducted themselves in America, and there seems to be no conflict of interests in their viewpoint, which is extremely confusing, but that is how it seems to have ended up. Now, quite a few people have left comments on this article. A lady called Michelle has said Little Omid is on record as saying that the letter to her father was written for public consumption. She expected it to be leaked, most likely after she defamed him and got his friends to tell a pack of lies. She had already put the letter out among her friends, got them to go public. Her father had every legal right to defend himself using the same letter that was publicly used against him, which is true. She did try and use the letter as a tool of division, as a reason to permanently banish him from her life. Someone else has gone on to say, let's hope that Justice Warby will do the right thing and find in favour of the Daily Mail, because Meghan Markle manipulated her 5 friends into leaking her dishonest letter, and then when her dad attempted to defend himself, she decided to sue the outlet which provided him with a means to tell his side of this horrific tale. Meghan Markle is a greedy huckster who takes action to intimidate critics into silence, and that Harry supports such vile acts is quite pathetic. The Queen should strip Harry and Meghan Markle of all titles and patronages because they have abrogated their agreement to uphold her values. I think that's what they intended to write. There's a lot of truth in it. This comment has gotten a lot of support on the article. A lot of strange things have happened this year. We know that towards the end of last year, Amber Heard actually won her case against Johnny Depp, or at least he lost his case against The Sun newspaper for running a story which framed him as a wife beater, and a lot of people were in conflict with that decision. They were confused and they didn't understand how they could have possibly come to such a judgment when there were so many holes in Amber Heard's side of the story. I'm not really going to weigh in on that because I'm not up to date on every single detail of the case, but anything could happen. This could go either way. I would love for Meghan to have her request for a summary judgment rejected, and I would love for her to have to take the stand against her father so that we can really get a true explanation of why she done what she did and what exactly went wrong. But I think that will not happen. I'll be back for another video. Bye guys.